which is neglected. As a result of the neglect of the pancreas, you develop a disease called diabetes. Even the mothers who are extremely planning type and thinking type give that disease to their children, and children are born with diabetes. Then you have the third problem with the spleen. This is the most dangerous one. Nowadays, as the life is, we are all time bound, very particular about time. As a result of that, we have become extremely hectic. Supposing you sleep very late in the night, then you have to get up early in the morning somehow get into your clothes and run to the office. Don't even take your breakfast, your wife will give you. So on the way in the car, you are eating your breakfast. And then you read the newspaper. You get a shock of your life because so many horrible things are happening. Newspapers will never give something that is good or is doing well, but something that has gone wrong to give a sensational feeling. It gives you sometimes horrible things. So early in the morning, if you read something horrible, being a human being, you are sometimes shocked. Then you find there is a jam on the way and you get so upset and all your peace is disturbed. Now, this spleen is responsible for creating red blood corpuscles when you are in emergency. You must have seen when you eat your food and you run, you get a pain here. That's because your spleen is trying to pump out new RBCs. Now, to create that, this spleen has to work very hard. But it cannot understand the crazy, hectic personality. Every time it tries to cope with it, it goes crazy. So such a spleen becomes crazy, and ultimately with some triggering on the left-hand side, you develop a horrible disease called as leukemia or blood cancer. Then also your intestinal problems, the pain in the stomach and all that, indigestion, all go hand in hand only because of one center only on the right side. I have not even described the left side center. So if I describe all these, then the whole materia medica will be described. It's like that. So all the permutations and combinations of these centers give you physical problems. Then the left side gives you the mental problem. Now, when the Kundalini rises, as I told you, she pierces through these centers and like pearls, the thread passes through different pearls. So the left and right hand are brought together and are nourished, and that's how you feel all right, your health is all right. So when the Kundalini rises and when she touches the spirit, the seat of the spirit here, the flow of the grace also on the sympathetic nervous system relaxes your center and nourishes them. Plus the rising of the Kundalini helps you such a lot. But unless and until you get awakening of your Kundalini and the last breakthrough of the last center, you cannot feel all right. And you have to work it out in a proper way, understandingly, how to cure yourself or how to cure others. You have to also know how to protect yourself. But you definitely become a personality who can cure people, who can cure themselves. I mean, Sahaja-yogis don't go to doctors at all, I have no question. As soon as they get into trouble, they know this burning started. Now, this is it, clear it out. They are the doctors, they get the diagnosis, they know the medicine, finished. So the first thing that happens to us that physically you feel perfect. After that, you don't age also. Your age comes down. You don't have wrinkles. You don't have worries. Because all your worries are due to your left side or right side. who can cure themselves. They know this burning started. Now, this is it. Clear it out. They are the doctors. They get the diagnosis. They know the medicine. Finished. So the first thing that happens to us that physically you feel perfect. After that, you don't age also. Your age comes down. You don't have wrinkles. You don't have worries. Because all your worries are due to your left side or right side, which is causing you two institutions of ego or superego. But when they are opened out, and when the Kundalini is out, then I should say, like an opening of a chimney, the whole of this worrying and tension and all that passes out. And you have no tension. You are absolutely peaceful with yourself. You are peaceful with others. You are serene and you get all your centers integrated. Now, this is a very big achievement because I feel these days it is not the problem of political differences, thanks to Gorbachev, who is a realized soul himself. But the main problem now is of fundamentalism. Because everybody thinks that they are on the right path. Thank God I was born in a Christian family, so I know such a lot about Christianity also. That where are we following Christ? Where are we Christians? I fail to understand. Christ has said, "Thou shalt not have adulterous eyes." In all the Christian nations, I have seen that one speciality they have, that their eyes are not stained. But just imagine, you are worshipping Christ. And how can it be that your eyes are going round and round and round like that? Because that Christ is deciding on your optic chiasma. That's why he said, "You'll be calling me Christ, Christ, and I won't recognize you." He has also said, "Those who are not against me are with me." So who are those? We should not be fundamentalists and try to find out who are those who are with Christ and who are not. I mean, the horrible things we have done. Of course, less said the better about Hindu religion also, where it is said that in every human being we have the spirit. And every human being is the temple of the spirit. Still, we have a horrible thing called caste system in India. When Sri Rama ate the fruits from a very old lady of an aboriginal clan who had eaten them and seen that they are not sour because he may not like sour food. And he really was so happy to eat them. His life was written by a person called Valmiki, who was a dacoit. Then he got his transformation and he was born in a very low caste, if you want to think from modern angle, as a fisherman. Same thing with Sri Krishna. His life was written, Gita was written by Vyasa, who was the illegitimate child of a fisherwoman. Illegitimate child. So you can see how these people have tried to show in their own life that it's not important as to what work you do or what calling you have. Is what is important is how pure you are, what level of spirituality we have. We have in India scheduled caste saints, so many of them. And we have all kinds of saints in our country. And one saint has said that, "What's the use of me becoming a Brahmin, calling myself a Brahmin when I don't know what is Brahma is?" He himself is condemning himself. Then another one saying, "Thank God I've become a scheduled caste because I do not oppress others." All the saints have said the same thing because they were integrated within themselves. They could see that all religions, all prophets, All great incarnations, all of them were born on one tree of spirituality. And we stupidly take away those flowers, those dead flowers, and say, this is ours, this is ours, this is ours.
बचत पैसा बनाती है और सीखो ऐप बताता है कैसे उस बचत को ग्रोथ में बदला जाता है।